Hey everyone, it's me again, Coinx, and you're welcome to CoinxDaproducer. So, I had this random vocal idea at 2 a.m., literally recorded on my phone. But instead of opening my door, I decided to do something crazy. I gave it to an AI tool and I told it to build me a full song. No instruments, no plugins, just the AI tool. And wait till you hear what it did. I'm testing this AI tool. I'm trying to understand how to use it and make music that everybody will appreciate. I'm testing this AI tool. Okay, so here is my rough voice memo. It's literally me humming a melody with random lyrics, nothing fancy. I'm testing this AI tool. I'm trying to understand how to use it and make music. I uploaded it into this AI tool, and the cool thing is this AI doesn't just split stems. It listens to your track, it finds your chord, BPM, and even the mood of the idea you have in mind. And the AI tool I'm talking about is Moises AI Studio. Now, here is where it gets wild. I told Moises to build drums and bass around that melody. And also, you can literally choose the vibe of the type of song you're trying to create. It could be lo-fi, it could be pop or trap. It all depends on what you're going for. And it just starts producing with you. This is more like having a co-producer, unlike other music creating platforms, you just type in the prompt and it will give you based off of its algorithm. But in this case, it is more like you are working hand in hand with the AI tool, which is super interesting. And the best part, to be very honest, is what you're about to listen to was created using the free subscription tier in this platform. So this is what it came up with. I'm testing this AI tool. I'm trying to understand how to use it, make music that everybody will appreciate. Then I tried something a little different. I replaced my own vocal tone with one of their AI vocal styles, and trust me, it became more interesting. Let's check it out. Use it and make music that everybody will appreciate. I'm testing this AI too. Oh, everybody
will appreciate. That everybody. I'm testing this AI tool. I'm trying to understand how to use it and make music that everybody will appreciate. So you heard that, right? And you can agree with me that the generated vocal sounded highly realistic, right? That was the time it hit me. I mean, in my own opinion, this isn't about replacing producers. To me, I see it as removing creative blocks or limitations. So as you saw, all I did was to drop the vocal sample and I layered like keys, guitars, drums, and all of them are generated automatically by this tool. The crazy part is everything locked in perfectly with my chords and tempo. So guys, this was what my 2 a.m. voice notes turned into, but bear with me, it's just a simple laydown for this demonstration. Alright, and that was Moises AI Studio. Pretty crazy, right? And now I believe you now see the reason I use this tool. This is a tool that you can use in stem separation, which gives an amazing result, convert your vocals, and co-produce. But here is the thing, that was just the warm-up, because the next AI I'm about to show you is one that will blow your mind. Now that we've tried Moises AI, let's talk about building new sounds. Because once you start flipping samples, you realize finding something fresh that actually fits your vibe is harder than mixing a rapper who records with their iPhone. So this is where AI sample tools come in, and these are my top two that actually slaps.
Hey, wait. Please, I need your help. I've been producing for 47 years and the algorithm still doesn't respect me.
One like and one comment so this video can reach more producers like you. Thank you. God bless your speakers. 8. Back to the video.
Backbone by Steinberg and XO by XLN Audio. Let's start with Backbone. This thing is like the sound surgeon of your sample folder. It lets you literally dissect a drum hit, mess with its harmonics, resynthesize layers, and make it sound like it came from another planet. It's AI assisted, but still gives you total control. That is actually why I love it. So let's check it out. Looking at the interface is quite intimidating, but to be very honest, this plugin is as simple as ABC. All you need to do is to invest time, understand how this plugin works, and trust me, if you focus on learning how to use this plugin, it will skyrocket your production quality from the level it is to a level that will blow your mind. I seem not to understand why this plugin is very underrated and barely nobody talks about it. There is a lot to uncover here, but I'll just go straight to the point and show you just one out of the many things you can do with this plugin. Now, inside FL Studio, I'm going to call up these two samples as you can see. The first one, let me delete this. The first one is this sample right here. So, they are the same sample, but I will show you something in a short while, which is this sound you just heard. I just loaded the backbone, which is this one, and this is the sample. Okay, now when you open this sample in Piano Roll, like they say, you get a cleaner output when your percussive instruments are in key of the project you're working on, right? So let's say this sample is not on the key of the project and you want to transpose it to that key. You notice when you drag it up, you can see not only that it's pitching it up, it is changing both the tonal quality of the sample and at the same time the noise. When I mean noise, I mean those transients that help give this sample the quality or the tonal shape you hear. All right, so when you do this, it doesn't really sound okay, and that is where this plugin comes in. Now let me load the same sample inside Backbone, and now we've loaded it. To properly and technically take care of this issue, the first thing to do is to come over to this section, which is the sample page, and the next thing you need to do is to analyze the sample. As you can see, I've already done it, so let me reanalyze it, and after analyzing it will tell you the root key. In my case, it says it is G sharp. It was actually G sharp. Let me see if I can. I think I need to reload this, but anyways, I don't think that is necessary. So when you analyze it and find out the roots and the rest of it, the next thing you will do is to come over to this section and hit pre-listen. Hold on. Put it on C. All right. Now it will listen to the track. Then after that, what happened is it will now split, it will deconstruct this sample, bringing out the transients separately and keeping the tonal quality separately. Let me show you. So on this section, you can now listen to the tone and the transients or the noise. So the issue or the problem we are trying to fix is because when you transpose or try to change the pitch or the key of the sample, it carries along both the tone and the transients, making it sound so pitched up and awkward. But with this plugin, Backbone, you can actually, once you pre-listen, you click apply, and as you can see, it splits it into two. This be the tone and this being the noise or the transient. So with this, we can independently manipulate this sample. So the first thing I will do, I don't want the noise or the transients to follow the key. All right, I want it to maintain that original key so that when you now change the pitch or the key of the sample, it will not sound pitched up. Let me show you what I mean. So you come over to the transients, as you can see, which is this section. Then come over to the pitch page here and come over to this knob here, which says key follow. Turn it off so that it doesn't follow the key. Now let me show you. When you press on the keyboard, you can see they are on the same key at this point, all right? But if you disable that function, if you turn it back on, which is this one here, you will notice it will start following the key, which is what we are trying to avoid. So now let me quickly turn it off. And at this point, if you now want to enhance the tone, maybe you want to pitch the tone to the right key, you can actually do it here using the pitch, but I don't want to do it here. And if you also want to increase a punch, make the tone sound more punchy, you can engage this envelope knob, but we're not going to go into that. So now when I head back to this place, enabling these two, you see how it sounds. Now let's compare between this one and the other one without this processing. And mind you, they're on the same key right now. So you can agree with me, the difference is clear, and you can try this on your conga, your kick drums, and all those percussive elements that are difficult to control. So let me show you one more thing before we go into XO. Alright, this one is something I usually do depending on the type of project I'm working on. Let's say I'm working on a trap beat and I don't want to go through the hassle of looking for a suiting bass that will blend well with the type of kick drum I'm using. So this is the case where I can actually convert the kick I'm using to a bass kind of sound. So it's more like when you hit your kick, it produces the kick and at the same time produces the sub, which is the bass for the beat. And to have more control, sometimes I extract that sub information and process it separately from the kick. Let me show you what I mean. So now let's say I want to work on this kick, and I mean it's the same process. I will drag it in. On this section here, I will simply pre-listen. Then after pre-listening, just to have the tone sound. Alright, now that I've gotten the tone and the transient, I will apply. It will split it into two, giving you the tone and the transient. So what I will now do to achieve using the kick to create my bass, so I will click on this, which is the tone, click on this section, then I will come over to this section, which is the resynth page, enable it, and once I enable it, before then you need to shorten this kick and remove the tail of the kick, but not completely, I mean to a desired level. Alright, to this point it's okay. Then after that you come over to the resynth page and enable the hold. Alright, and as you can see over here, there are amazing things you can actually do with these features, but We are not going to go into that. Once you've done this by enabling this hold, you come over to the AMP page, and on this section, all you need to do is just to drag this duration, drag it open. The further you drag it is the longer the sound will sustain. All right, let me enable this wave so that we can see what is happening. So when you now hit a note, it will sustain. All right, and you can actually use it to play something. So this is actually how you can use your kick to create bass. That is it. Try it out and let me know what you think about these techniques. And that takes us to the last plugin we'll be talking about under AI Sampler, which is XO by X NL Audios. So let's check it out. Alright, on the screen is XO by XLN Audio. This one looks simple, but man, the workflow is fire. So this plugin right here uses AI to organize your one-shot samples by sound similarity. I mean, kicks with kick, snares with snares, and visually. So you see how everything is. As you can see, it is color-coded. The reds represents your kick. And why is this plugin important? This plugin is here so you don't waste time hunting for the right snare or kick for your project. All you need to do is just vibe and drag. So if you ever felt like your samples sounds stale, this plugin right here will help wake your creativity up. So as you can see on this left panel here, you can see the colors and the labeling, kick 1, kick 2. So when you hover your mouse and drag, these are kick sections. So you can see a whole lot of samples there. All right. Then on this color, you can see they are the snares, and over here, you can verify that. And this color stands for the hi-hat and the open hats, which is this section right here. Then together with effects. So it's pretty simple. If you get the one you like, use it in your project. So that's basically it. Wanted to show you guys the AI tools that I use on a daily basis in my project. But this is just 3 out of the list of AI tools that I use. So if this is the type of content you like and you would want to see more, make sure to subscribe, turn on your bell notification, comment, like. The next video will be a continuation of this particular one. I'll be showing you more crazy, insane AI tools that I used as an assistant. You know, like I always encourage not to depend 100% on AI tools. So that brings us to the end of today's video. If you found it helpful, let us know what you think in the comments. As always, stay creative, stay focused, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.